ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Back in Orlando, just moments away from the start of the Pro Bowl. The rules of the Pro Bowl are different from regular season games in a few key ways. It's a different game right from the start. There is no opening kickoff. As a matter of fact, there are no kickoffs at all in the game. Drives will start at the offense's 25-yard line after scores. Also, the offense always has to have a running back and a tight end on the field, and no motion or shifting by eligible receivers is allowed. Meanwhile, the defense has to play with a standard alignment of 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 defensive backs. So you're not going to see blitzing nickel or dime defenses tonight. What it promotes is more one-on-one, the best against the best on the line and down the field. The AFC, coached by Andy Reid. 6th Pro Bowl appearance as a head coach, 2 and 3 in the previous 5. The 6 Pro Bowls tie him for the most in league history with Tom Landry, the legendary coach of the Dallas Cowboys. That position now occupied by Jason Garrett, certainly a leading contender to be the coach of the year in the NFL with the Cowboys. 13 and 3 record, tops in the NFC. Dak Prescott said they will never get over the loss in the playoffs to the Green Bay Packers, and Jason Garrett echoed that. But all in all, a terrific season for Dallas. AFC won the toss and deferred, so the NFC gets the ball, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
And they go Mike 50. 26.
Dak Prescott gets the start at quarterback, swings it up Odell Beckham Jr., and he's yanked down by Aqib Talib of the Denver Broncos. Dak Prescott, the first rookie quarterback in Cowboys history selected to the Pro Bowl. What a season he had. Set the NFL rookie records for completion percentage and passer rating.
And they go Mike 50. 180. 26.
Just 23 years old. Over the middle and incomplete. Intended for Greg Olsen of the Carolina Panthers.
Dak Prescott just 6 months ago entered training camp as a 4th-round draft choice. 3rd string quarterback. Tony Romo gets hurt. Kellen Moore gets hurt. And here's Prescott. 68%, Sean. Almost 3,700 yards. He ran for 6 touchdowns. He saved the Dallas Cowboys.
That rushing touchdown mark broke Don Meredith's single-season Cowboy record. The rushing touchdowns by a QB. Greg Olsen couldn't hang on. And it's 4th down and 4. And you said at our meeting this morning, you think at some point tonight, both teams will try some trickery in special teams.
I think that's a given. This man, well known for his athletic ability, Hecker of the Rams, faked him last year in the Pro Bowl.
And the dangerous Tyreek Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs, the 22-year-old rookie, returned 2 punts for touchdowns this season and a kickoff. Unanimous first-team All-Pro, back deep for the punt from Johnny Hecker in his 3rd Pro Bowl in the last 4 years. And a great punt. Hill caught it backpedaling to the 10th. With the width of the field and out of bounds, well covered by a lot of guys who aren't necessarily used to covering punts. 59-yard boot and 11 on the return by Hill. So here comes Alex Smith, who will take the first snaps for the AFC. In his 2nd Pro Bowl, he was also a Pro Bowler in 2013. They're going to use the Kansas City Chiefs terminology largely with their coaching staff. And they're going to come out with some razzle-dazzle. 3,502 yards for Smith this year, his career high.
He doesn't want that kicker ball.
They have the wrong ball in the game. Rodney Hudson of the Raiders is the center. It's not our ball, he says to Jerome Boger, who is the referee tonight.
It must be a pass. Quarterbacks normally don't change the ball when it's a run.
Forward, AD!
DeMarco Murray of the Tennessee Titans, the running back. They fake it to him into the bag of tricks early. Whoa, it winds up back with Smith, and he throws it too high for Tyreek Hill. We saw that play in practice the other day, and it didn't work. And it didn't work tonight either.
Leave it to Andy Reid. He's done this as the head coach, as you said earlier, 6 times. He loves to have fun with these players, and not happy with the outcome of that play.
Practice the other day, they had Emmanuel Sanders throw a pass, and it was the worst looking thing you've ever seen in your life. So Andy Reid said that play will not be executed with Sanders throwing the ball.
Let's go, yeah. Wide, AD! High shot!
DeMarco Murray. And you heard somebody say, oh, come on. The groans wasn't much of an effort to block or tackle on that play. Gerald McCoy made the tackle. Here are the rest of the starters. Starters dictated by the boat. Of course, Alex Smith in there because the top 3 quarterbacks selected to the Pro Bowl, Tom Brady, Derek Carr, Ben Roethlisberger, none of them here. Carr injured. Roethlisberger banged up at the end of the year as well. And Tom Brady, of course, getting ready for the Super Bowl. Movement across the line of scrimmage by Fletcher Cox of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Deuces on the sack. Defense, number 91. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
These veteran quarterbacks do a great job of changing the snap count, voice inflection, and Alex Smith lured a lot of people off sides this year as a member of the Chiefs.
Red. Hey, gun, Rodney. Red, yep. Red, AD! Ready, son! On. Wide, AD! On shot!
3rd down and 3. Smith on target. First down. Demaryius Thomas of the Denver Broncos battled his way out to the 43-yard line before he was taken down by Harrison Smith from the Minnesota Vikings. 15-yard gain.
Doesn't matter who plays quarterback with Demaryius Thomas, Sean. 5 years in a row, Thomas has had over 1,000 yards receiving, and a lot of it comes after the catch.
That is the longest active streak of seasons with 1,000 yards receiving in the league. He's also had at least 90 catches in each of those 5 seasons. Marco Murray remains the running back. High throw and a nice catch made by T.Y. Hilton, who got tackled by Bobby Wagner of the Seattle Seahawks.
T.Y. Hilton has really improved his game. He can play outside. He's played more this year in the slot. He led the NFL in receiving yardage, over 1,400, and he and Andrew Luck, a formidable duo in Indy.
Yeah, 54.
91 catches, a career high for Hilton in his 5th year out of Florida International. DeMarco Murray. Harrison Smith up from his safety spot to take down Murray after he crossed midfield. Michael Bennett also in on the play. The NFC defense, a lot of Seahawks and a lot of Minnesota Vikings you'll see tonight.
5 Vikings and 5 Seahawks. And in this short yardage situation, Andy Reid known to take some shots. Thomas at the bottom of the screen and Jarvis Landry at the top.
DeMarco Murray just trying to get the first down, and he does. The ball comes out. They're going to whistle him down. I would call it contact, but there wasn't much. It's a first down to the 46-yard line.
This DeMarco Murray, great to see him back to his old self. Led the NFL a couple years ago in Dallas, disappeared in Philadelphia, but DeMarco Murray, number 3 in the NFL in rushing yardage. I believe he led the AFC. This is an outstanding emerging team, the Tennessee Titans. They have 5 Pro Bowl players here tonight, and they know how to run the rock. A number of high draft choices on the offensive line in Tennessee. I know Murray loves playing there.
They were 9-7 this year, tied the Houston Texans for the top of their division, but lost the tiebreaker
That ball was out.
An inferior
That ball was
division
out
record.
now.
The NFC
That ball
coaching
was
staff
out.
is challenging the rule on the field that the run was down by contact.
That ball was out. You and I both know.
So Jason Garrett engaged early. That looked like a fumble. The 2017 Pro Bowl is presented by Aquafina, pure water, perfect taste. By GMC, we are professional grade. And by ESPNShop.com, powered by Dick's Sporting Goods. We got our first challenge of the night by Jason Garrett of the NFC. Here's Jerome Boger.
After reviewing the play, the runner was not down by contact, and we have a clear recovery by the NFC at the 47-yard line. Please
Here we
reset
go,
the game
boys.
clock to 11:03. The NFC has won their first challenge and is not charged a timeout.
Well, that's what makes the Seahawks so good on defense. Wagner 54, 72 is Michael Bennett. That 6-inch jab, that punch. They get the ball out, and Bobby Wagner, who led the NFL with 167 tackles, does what he does best. He creates turnovers and impact plays, and he sets his offense up with great field position.
At the NFC's 40.
Please reset the game clock to 11:03. 11:03 on the game clock.
47-yard line for the NFC.
Hey, here we go, here we go. Shazier's the mic. 50, he's Shazier. Y'all know his name? Boy, hey, what do you think?
These guys are so well known. You usually hear 50's the mic, but referred to the Pittsburgh Steelers' Ryan Shazier by his name. Ezekiel Elliott danced out to midfield. Von Miller the stop for the AFC.
Zeke Elliott, 1,600 yards. Almost 2,000 yards from scrimmage. The man can catch the football. He's an outstanding pickup man when the blitz is on. He's just getting started. What a future he has in Dallas with this formidable offensive line that they possess.
Don Perkins, Calvin Hill, Emmitt Smith, the only other Cowboy rookie running backs to make the Pro Bowl. Swing pass to Darren Sproles. He's fighting for every yard. He made it to the 46 of the AFC, 3 yards short of the first down. Tackled by Reggie Nelson, who made the Pro Bowl in his first year as an Oakland Raider after making it last year as a Cincinnati Bengal. Sproles made the Pro Bowl as a replacement for Devontae Freeman, who's on his way to the Super Bowl with Atlanta. Here's a look at the offense on the field right now for the NFC. Prescott on target. First down to Dez Bryant. He got stood up and actually taken to the ground. Forward progress to the 35-yard line. Eric Weddle, the Baltimore Ravens, the primary man on the tackle.
Just a slant route, ball thrown on time and accurate. Dez Bryant healthy again, Sean. He was hurt a lot of the season. He really got healthy down the stretch, played his best football in the last 4 or 5 games. Passed Michael Irvin on the touchdown receiving list. Number 2 all time, needs 4 to get Bob Hayes for number 1 ever in Dallas.
67 career touchdown receptions for Bryant in 7 years. Here's Elliott, collared and swung down as he crossed the line of scrimmage by Jarrell Casey of the Tennessee Titans. And here's a look at the players on the field right now for the AFC on defense. A couple of subs into the ball game. Both teams will substitute liberally. Jarrell Casey made the last tackle in the Pro Bowl for the 2nd year in a row at age 27. On 2nd and 9, deep over the middle and caught. Greg Olsen protects the football. And gets dumped at the 16-yard line by Zach Brown of the Buffalo Bills in his first Pro Bowl 18-yard gain.
Nice shot by Prescott. Looks off the free safety and hits Graham right down the seam. Let's hear what they have in store as they enter the red zone, Sean.
Here we go, let's go. Gun dot right, stat right. 939, double pump, H through on one. Let's go, man.
Good eye on Des Bryant at the bottom of the screen. Baldwin at the top. They're going to take a shot here.
Wide, ain't it? Wide, take it.
Over the middle, Dak Prescott again looking for Greg Olsen.
That was a double move. Chris Harris, veteran corner of the Denver Broncos, smelled it out. Good coverage. Going to run right behind Trent Williams at right tackle. It's going to be a lead draw behind fullback Mike Tolbert.
Wide, take it.
Elliott bounced it to the left. He'll get stacked up short of the 10-yard line. Prescott and Elliott, the first rookie teammates, one a quarterback and the other a running back, to be selected to the Pro Bowl.
I'm anxious, Sean, to see what Prescott does here on third down. He told Lisa Salters before the game he's going to throw an alley-oop to Jimmy Graham. Here's his opportunity. Graham in the slot at the top of the screen.
Here we go, Mike's 53. Wide,
Offenses have to have one tight end on the field on every play. They can't have more than two. It's dumped off for Sproles. He has the first down to the 3-yard line. Taken down by Chris Harris for the third year in a row. Harris and Talib are Pro Bowlers.
Watch Sproles just out of the backfield. Pass protection. Not a problem, and Darren Sproles easily gets the first down.
8-yard gain. First down and goal. Prescott's 5 out of 8 to start the game for 47 yards. And back shoulder, but Odell Beckham had not turned around with Stephon Gilmore of the Buffalo Bills covering.
Well, it's a running play. You heard Prescott call the run in the huddle with some alerts on the outside of his one-on-one coverage. He's not going to hand the ball off. He's going to throw the ball to Odell Beckham, obviously not on the same page. Here's another running play with a bubble screen built in at the top of the screen. What will Prescott do here?
Here we go, going to 53. Wide, 26.
He'll give it to his buddy Ezekiel Elliott. He got stacked up shy of the goal line.
Third and goal. Mike Tolbert, fullback, checks into the ball game. He looks like a fullback.
Yes, he does. 5'9", 250 for Mike Tolbert. His 9th year out of Coastal Carolinas, 5th year with Carolina.
Mike 53. Wide, 26.
And a fade, and it's too far for Des Bryant. Stephon Gilmore again had coverage.
Well, they're choosing to isolate these receivers outside, and here comes Jimmy Graham now. I'd be surprised if they don't isolate the big Seahawk tight end. I would love to see the ball handed off to the running back with this offensive line. They are loaded up front.
Jason Garrett bypassing the field goal here. 12th play of the drive started from their own 47 after the AFC fumble. The quick hitter to Elliott. And that defense determined to make a tackle. They weren't just going to stop him. They took him to the ground, and they'll take it over on downs, led by Zach Brown of the Buffalo Bills.
AFC has come to play tonight, a goal line stand in the Pro Bowl.
Our next NBA Wednesday doubleheader has LeBron and the East-leading Cavs hosting the Timberwolves at 7 Eastern. Then after that one, it's the Bulls taking on triple-double machine Russell Westbrook and the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Both games are on ESPN. Also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. They're East leading, but LeBron James not happy. Wants a little more help on the roster. Of course, the Bulls have had some internal issues as well. Maybe they'll all get it settled and figured out in time for our Wednesday doubleheader. After the goal line stand, the AFC takes over. Alex Smith still at quarterback. He's throwing it deep in the coverage and incomplete. Intended for T.Y. Hilton with Xavier Rhodes of the Minnesota Vikings playing at his first Pro Bowl at age 26 in coverage.
And you see the ball skills. It's a slant and go. They're taking a shot on a double move. Hilton versus Rhodes, and Rhodes, who had 5 interceptions this year, has excellent ball skills and length, long arms, the ability to hang in the air and make a great play.
54. Our shot.
High formation out of the end zone now. DeMarco Murray gets a yard and a half. Gerald McCoy of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers made the stop.
Keep an eye on Joe Thomas, Sean, left tackle of the AFC. This is his 10th Pro Bowl in 10 years. And incredibly, Thomas has never missed a single snap in his 10-year career. What a Cleveland Brown he is.
That's unbelievable. 9,934 snaps in the NFL without ever missing one. He's never played in a playoff game, obviously, as a Cleveland Brown.
False start. Offense, number 64. Half the distance to the goal line. Still third down.
And Thomas with the 10 Pro Bowls in his first 10 years. In distinguished company, one of 5 players in NFL history to be named to the Pro Bowl in each of his first 10 seasons. The all-time mark is 14 by the late great Merlin Olsen, Mel Renfro, Lawrence Taylor, Barry Sanders. The only others 10 Pro Bowls in their first 10 years. That is Hall of Fame company, and that's where Joe Thomas is going to wind up someday. Still just 32 years old. Smith out of the end zone to Emmanuel Sanders, and the hitting has certainly picked up on the defense. That was Thomas Davis of the Carolina Panthers.
Davis doesn't know any better. He's gotten better after the age of 30. Left side of your screen, he reads his quick slant all the way. He rocks Emmanuel Sanders, and the NFC is off the field. Here's Colquitt.
Dustin Colquitt, injury replacement for Pat McAfee of the Indianapolis Colts, who can't make it here with a knee injury. Dustin, a Pro Bowler for the second time. 34 years old in his 12th year out of Tennessee, from a great punting family. His dad and brother both punted in the NFL. Dwayne Harris of the Giants scooped it up. There he got tackled by Lorenzo Alexander of the Buffalo Bills. Near midfield. Matt Nagy is the offensive coordinator for Kansas City, calling the plays tonight. Rookies Ezekiel Elliott and Jordan Howard led the NFL in rushing yards this season. They were 1 and 2. They're the second pair of pro football newcomers to lead their league, the first since 1968. They're also the first duo of rookie rushers to go to the Pro Bowl in the same season since 1990, when Emmitt Smith and Johnny Johnson were the pair in the Pro Bowl. 4th overall pick was Elliott. Jordan Howard, a 5th round pick of the Chicago Bears. Pass swung out wide to Cordero Patterson of the Minnesota Vikings, selected as a special teamer, but out there to catch passes as well. Casey Hayward made the stop. Jordan Howard, coach, one of the great stories of the year in the NFL.
No doubt. He played at UAB. They dropped football. He goes to Indiana, comes into the league as a mid-round pick, an unknown. 1,300 yards, and he racked up a lot of yardage consistently. 7 times he had 100 yards or more. First Chicago running back rookie in the Pro Bowl since Gale Sayers.
Flat pass out to Jimmy Graham, who's taken across the boundary by Ryan Shazier.
A lot of quick passes so far in this Pro Bowl pass rush. Really not very active. I'm surprised that these quarterbacks haven't dropped back, had more success throwing it down the field with this array of receiving talent they have here.
Third down, so Darren Sproles in a running back. Excellent pass receiver out of the backfield.
You got to read it out. Wide ain't it? Wide ain't it?
A lot of time for Prescott. And Ryan Shazier blasted Sproles. And they're going to rule that a catch.
Shazier, he reads Prescott all the way. He sees the back check down, and he eliminates this completion.
That was ruled incomplete.
The only thing Shazier has not done is stay healthy. If he can do that, he can be one of the best in football for a long time.
He says that's his goal. He wants to be a Hall of Famer. Well, the hitting picking up as the first quarter progresses. Here's a fake punt. And it does not work. Landon Collins of the New York Giants.
Ryan Shazier smelled that fake punt out, and he just showed his sideline to sideline speed.
Well, we anticipated some trickery on special teams, in particular. Collins blasted shy of the line to make. Honors NFL players who exemplify outstanding sportsmanship on the field. Each NFL team nominates one player for the award. In December, a panel of NFL legends selected 8 finalists from the 32 nominees. The winner will be decided by a vote of current NFL players and announced at the NFL Honors Awards show February 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Pro Bowlers Greg Olsen, Marshall Yonda, and Darren Sproles are 3 of the 8 finalists who have been selected for the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award this year. Greg Olson's also a finalist for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Just a little offside is Michael Bennett.
I'll say.
Unimpeded to the quarterback. Defense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, we've seen some spirited effort in key situations already. Ray Lewis delivered a pep talk to the AFC yesterday, Lisa.
Yeah, Sean, I'm with Legends captain Ray Lewis right now. Ray, everyone's been talking about the pep talk that you gave your AFC squad about how hard to play in this game. What did you tell them?
Well, I just bottom line just told them, that you may be the only light that people see, and so don't cover your moment up with all of these thoughts and thinking about it. Go play the game. Play the game just like when you was in the schoolyard, right? If your brother asks you to play against you, you're going to give him everything you got. There's no difference out here.
Now, it looks like the intensity level is picking up just a little bit. How are you seeing it?
It's only going to take, it's going to keep picking up. It's only going to take one person to get hit real hard in the mouth, and it's all going to change immediately.
All right, thank you, Ray. Sean?
All right, Lisa, thank you. 9-yard completion to Delaney Walker of the Tennessee Titans, the tight end. First down, minute and a half to go in a scoreless first quarter. Of course, there is incentive from a financial standpoint for these participants tonight. Over the middle, Tyreek Hill.
That's my favorite guy.
9-yard gain, and K.J. Wright made the tackle.
Sorry for interrupting. I get excited with this. I see this Tyreek Hill guy. 3 returns for touchdowns, 3 catches for touchdowns, 3 rushes for touchdowns. I mean, no one does what he does in pro football. He could easily have won the Rookie of the Year this year, Sean, if it had not been for Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. What an explosion onto the scene this young man has made.
Jay Ajayi of the Miami Dolphins, the ball carrier, stood up after picking up the first down to the 30-yard line. Well, the members of the winning team will receive $61,000 apiece, and players on the losing team $30,000. So there's $31,000 worth of incentive. It could be a big week, particularly financially, for the 10 guys on the NFC team tonight who are in the skills showdown earlier this week, because they all earned $17,500 apiece for being on the winning squad in that. You're talking about $78,500 for the week. Not John Gruden money, but It's not bad. Jay Ajayi, the ball carrier, down to the 26-yard line on what will be the final play of the first quarter. First time in the last 10 Pro Bowls there's been a scoreless first quarter. We're back at the 2017 Pro Bowl presented by Aquafina. Scoreless at the end of the first quarter. We're joined live on the field by AFC head coach Andy Reid of the Kansas City Chiefs. Coach, you've coached in 7 of these now. What are your impressions of that scoreless first quarter? That's a bit of a surprise.
Well, it is, but that's okay. We're going to get one right here.
Yeah, what do you got for us on this play?
We got a little all go for you. 4 verticals. With the back on a nice little option right on his check down.
Into the end zone. Good call, Coach. Is it a catch? By Delaney Walker.
Leave it to Andy Reid to kick this Pro Bowl off.
It is a touchdown for now. It looked like some question about possession and whether or not he was in bounds, but it's a 26-yard touchdown catch for Delaney Walker of the Titans.
That's that connection with Alex back to Delaney, San Francisco days, right there.
2 ex-49ers, and I bet San Francisco wish they still had both of them.
Brood, were we good?
You're in. Right. That's 2 feet. Give him 6.
Yep, looked like a catch, Coach.
Nice.
Boom, baby.
Yep. Nice job, fellas. Nice job.
Always.
Make sure you're not too close.
Delaney Walker, 32 years old, in his second Pro Bowl. He was in here last year as well as a replacement for Greg Olsen when Greg played in the Super Bowl with Carolina. Justin Tucker, one of the great kicking seasons in NFL history, adds the extra point. Coach Reid and the AFC now with a 7-0 lead in the opening seconds of the second quarter. New quarterback for the NFC as the second quarter has been underway for 8 seconds. Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints.
Flank left, stretch boss weak, kill, stretch boss left. All one. Stretch boss weak right, so stretch boss right.
He's going to hand his ball off. He's just going to decide which way to go at the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Ready. What's that?
Jordan Howard, the running back, 2 tight ends on the field for the NFC. And Howard taken down by Von Miller. Drew Brees, the oldest player in this Pro Bowl at 38, 16th year out of Purdue, his 10th Pro Bowl, 5,208 passing yards to lead the league for the 7th time. It's his 5th 5,000-yard season. Not only is that the NFL record, he's the only quarterback in league history who's done it more than once. Plenty of time and over the middle, caught by Jimmy Graham, his former teammate with the New Orleans Saints. They're very excited to be back on the same squad. They gave Jimmy forward progress for the first down. He's now a Seattle Seahawk.
It doesn't matter who Brees plays with, Sean. 2 1,000-yard receivers this year in New Orleans, Brandon Cooks and Mike Thomas, and Willie Snead almost had 1,000. Every year the cast changes, but he keeps ringing people up with yards.
Brees threw 51 regular season touchdown passes to Graham when they were together in New Orleans. Mike Tolbert belted. There are 2 number 57s by the name of Alexander on the AFC defense. That's DJ Alexander of the Chiefs. They also have Lorenzo Alexander, number 57 from the Buffalo Bills.
57 left side of your screen. Good break on the ball. Good form tackle.
He was just added at the last minute as the special teamer replacement for Matthew Slater, the Patriots, who's getting ready for the Super Bowl. Jordan Howard, mentioned second in the league in rushing. He didn't even start till week 4. He was the 3rd string running back for the Chicago Bears when the season began. The 10th running back taken in the draft last year, the 150th player overall.
Let's see what Drew Brees has here on 3rd down. He's got his ex-teammate Darren Sproles.
787 F flat, H choice. Hold on. Find a hole, Jimmy.
Find a hole, Jimmy.
Hey, scoot up. Just scoot up a little bit. Ready. Blue 80. What's that?
Brees. First down. Des Bryant into AFC territory. The ball be spotted at the 47-yard line.
That's just a great throw by Breeze. He wanted Darren Sproles on an option route, and he sees Des Bryant right behind him on a comeback. Nice work by Bryant on the chalk.
So it's obvious that the players individually take this at varying degrees of seriousness, but Drew Brees is going to be all business out here tonight, or at least mostly business. The check down to Howard. In fact, he was annoyed he didn't win the precision passing competition in the skills showdown earlier this week. One of the all-time greats, third in completions behind Favre and Manning. Third in passing yards behind Manning and Favre. 66,000 and counting, and if he plays a couple more years, he has a chance. And third in touchdown passes.
And he never missed a snap this season at age 38. He's in great condition. Got a lot of football left.
He played 471 passes this year. That is the NFL record in a single season. Jordan Howard slicing through the defense. First down for the NFC at the 30-yard line of the AFC. Von Miller, another tackle for the AFC.
Going to run right behind his left guard, Josh Sitton. He presses it, he cuts it back, and makes a nice gain for a first down for the NFC.
So seam hinge outside. Hinge outside.
Sitting in there.
Ready.
First year as a Chicago Bear, teammate of Jordan Howard. He's playing left guard. Breeze in a tight pocket, throwing for single coverage. The catch was made by Graham while he was being contacted by Casey Hayward, and it's out of bounds and incomplete.
What a year Casey Hayward had for San Diego. Hayward led the NFL in interceptions with 7. The ex-Green Bay Packer. Here he is at the top of the screen, one-on-one with Jimmy Graham. I thought Graham got away with a push-off. Second down and 10.
Hayward, first year in San Diego, as you said, Coach. It was an emotional year for him. His mom died in July at age 45. He said he dedicated this season to her, and what a way to honor her, leading the league in interceptions and making it to the Pro Bowl for the first time.
Timeout, NFC. They're first.
With 10:59 to go in the half. Second and 10 for Breeze in the NFC after this timeout. The 2017 Pro Bowl presented by Aquafina is brought to you by Visit Florida. Discover the warmer side of winter at visitflorida.com. By playfootball.com. Be a part of the game day experience. And by Kay Jewelers. For 100 years, every kiss begins with Kay. Aerial coverage tonight brought to you by Goodyear. From Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Sean McDonough, John Gruden, Lisa Salters. It's the Pro Bowl. AFC leading 7-0, but Drew Brees has the NFC on the move in his first series at quarterback. Goes a duck. Incomplete, intended for Des Bryant. You're not allowed to blitz, Coach. I heard you saying you thought there was a blitz here.
You're going to see a 5-man rush. You're only allowed to rush 4. You see Von Miller. He can't help himself. He can't help himself. He says, I'm not dropping in coverage all night. The great Denver Bronco, and there's the flag. Jerome Boger saw it. You can't miss Von Miller blitzing.
We have an unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense for blitzing the linebacker. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I love watching Von Miller play. 73.5 career sacks. He's good for double digits every year he plays. But what you love about him the most is 29 of those sacks come in the fourth quarter when the game is on the line. He's the best closer in football. He has improved year after year. He can come off the right side, the left side, and he just got busted for blitzing.
5th Pro Bowl in 6 seasons in the league. 13.5 sacks this year. Second to Atlanta's Vic Beasley, who was selected for the Pro Bowl, but obviously is getting ready for the Super Bowl. with his Falcon teammates. So it's 1st and 10 NFC at the 15-yard line. Deep handoff to Jordan Howard. And he gets 8, perhaps even 9. And Lorenzo Alexander, the Buffalo Bills, made the stop in his first year in Buffalo. He made his second Pro Bowl at age 33.
Zach Martin at right guard and Trent Williams at right tackle, leading the way on this stretch play. And Jordan Howard making a push for the MVP.
He sure is.
Good, 5-7.
4 carries for 21 yards and a catch for 9. 2nd and 2 from the 7. There's Tolbert picking up the first down for the NFC.
Let's see what Drew Brees has in store here in the tight red zone, Sean. This is a different terminology for Brees, and you got to learn it on a short week.
Hey, sweetness. So we got outs with baselines, right? You can uncover if that safety walls you off. Gun double left, scat left, sweetness on. Y'all got that? Yeah. Y'all got baselines. Yep. Over the ball.
Is he unbelievable?
Ready. Blue 80.
Running out of time on the play clock. Didn't look like they got it off, but the play continues, and he throws an interception. Stephon Gilmore, the Buffalo Bills, stepped in front of Odell Beckham Jr. And another big play by the AFC defense, which had a goal line stand in the first quarter. Gilmore in his first Pro Bowl, 5th-year man out of South Carolina, had 5 interceptions during the regular season. 1 week from today, Super Bowl Sunday. ESPN has you covered all day, 10 a.m. Eastern. The Insiders live from NRG Stadium at 11. The postseason NFL Countdown crew with Boomer and the boys, Wendy Nix and Susie as well in downtown Houston. At 10:30, Boomer's live from the field with Steve Young, Randy Moss, all the highlights and game breakdowns on NFL Primetime. All 3 also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. Andy Dalton now the quarterback. Cincinnati Bengal in there for the AFC under duress. Throws it over the middle. Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, taken down by Bobby Wagner.
It's Andy Dalton's 3rd Pro Bowl. 65% this year, 4,200 yards. Andy Dalton did it without some key members of his team. A.J. Green was beat up. Tyler Eifert, tight end, was beat up. Marvin Jones left for Detroit. But he still rang up some nice numbers, and here he is in another Pro Bowl.
Coach Marvin Lewis thought he had his best season as a pro. Jay Ajayi dropped for a loss. Fletcher Cox leading the way. Thomas Davis also in on the play for the NFC defense.
And he's got his Pro Bowl left tackle here with him. Sean Andrew Whitworth, 35 years old. He'll be a free agent. Be interested to see what the Bengals do with Whitworth at left tackle.
He wants to keep playing. 2nd straight Pro Bowl for Andrew Whitworth. He and Taylor Lewan of Tennessee are the tackles. Jeremy Zuta, Baltimore, is in there now at center. Deep throw down the field and intercepted by Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman might have run out of gas. He ran out of bounds with big Andrew Whitworth ready to take him on.
Well, these Seahawks know how to take the ball away, Sean. Wagner forces a fumble, and Richard Sherman steals one from Andy Dalton.
Pro Bowl week here in Orlando has been a rousing success with impactful youth events taking place all week at Disney's Wide World of Sports. Let's have a look at some of the action brought to you by Aquafina. On Friday, some notable Pro Bowlers stopped by to take in the action during the flag football playoff games. They acted as honorary coaches. Sean Lee and Leonard Williams, among others, spent time with the players during and after the games. Then on Saturday, the top 4 teams from the boys' 13 and 14-year-old division squared off in the flag football semifinal games, while their families and youth coaches cheered them on. Throughout the week's activities, Aquafina has been on site, helping youth players stay hydrated and showing them that both inside and outside football, drinking pure water is good for you. Earlier tonight, the top two boys 13 and 14-year-old flag football teams squared off in the first half of their championship game here at Camping World Stadium. Virginia Extreme has an 8-point lead over the Miami Ryan Dolphins going into the second half, which can be seen right here on ESPN at halftime of the Pro Bowl. So a very long halftime for those two teams. There's Virginia Extreme, their quarterback there with the ball, Brett Johnson. And the Miami Ryan Dolphins trying to regroup. They were considered by most to be the favorite coming in. They'll have work to do in the second half, which you'll see coming up at halftime live right here on ESPN. After the Richard Sherman interception, NFC back on offense. Drew Brees incomplete. Here is Lisa Salters with Richard Sherman.
Thank you, Sean. Richard, we rarely get to see you have an opportunity to make a pick because they don't throw it to your side of the field. Take me through that play.
Well, there's a third play of the drive.
Are you still tired?
No, I'm just breathing hard. You know, I wanted you to feel. They were coming from commercial break, so I didn't want them to miss it. But I knew it was coming, so I just bailed out of there. You know, Emmanuel can run. So I knew it was going to be a foot race, and he gave me a good ball, and the rest is history.
Now you're one of 5 Seahawks defenders playing in this Pro Bowl game. What does that say about you guys as a defense, and what does that mean to you guys?
We got a lot of talent on defense, and it means a ton. You know, it's a lot of respect. We appreciate the respect we have around the league, and we just play as hard as we can.
Thank you, Richard. Sean?
Thank you, Lisa. 30 interceptions for Richard Sherman since he entered the league out of Stanford in 2011. That is the league high in the Pro Bowl each of the last 4 seasons. Third down and 5 here. Drew Brees marched them down the field in his first series, the last possession for the NFC, and then threw an interception in the end zone. And they pick up the first down on the completion to Jimmy Graham. They were looking forward to playing together again, Brees and Graham, and Drew's been looking for him with regularity.
And it's the first time we've seen Mike Evans check in the game. Here's a little option route by Graham. He knew exactly where the first down marker was, and Drew Brees looking across the huddle at Mike Evans from the NFC South Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like to see Evans make some plays tonight. This is his first Pro Bowl. He's had 1,000 yards in all 3 of his seasons in Tampa.
He's 23 years old. He's actually younger than Dak Prescott, the rookie quarterback. He's open. Doug Baldwin of the Seattle Seahawks with a touchdown for the NFC.
What a career Doug Baldwin has had for a man that was not even drafted. They blow the coverage. Hayward thought he had help over the top. The AFC is not on the same page. Reggie Nelson and Hayward will have a conversation on the sideline. That's the easiest touchdown of Doug Baldwin's career.
47-yarder. Doug, in his first Pro Bowl, he replaced Larry Fitzgerald, who led the league in receptions with 107, but opted out of the Pro Bowl. Charles Woodson, one of the NFC's legendary captains, along with Tony Gonzalez on their sideline. And now we're an extra point away from Matt Prater of the Detroit Lions from a tie game with 6:26 to go in the half. 8th career touchdown pass in the Pro Bowl for Drew Brees, and the extra point good by Prater. That's where he played college at Central Florida, tied at 7. Well, in addition to the Pro Bowl legends captains on the sidelines tonight, more than 150 NFL legends have been here in Orlando throughout Pro Bowl week, attending some of the practices. Zanias Williams, Pro Bowl Skills Showdown. We saw a bunch of former NFL stars, and many of them here at the Pro Bowl game tonight at Camping World Stadium, downtown Orlando, Florida, where the NFC has just tied the game at 7. Again, no kickoffs in the game, so after scores, the other team takes over at the 25-yard line. Andy Dalton still at quarterback for the AFC. DeMarco Murray chugged ahead for 1 yard. Sean Lee from the Dallas Cowboys made the tackle. Been an interesting last 3 seasons for DeMarco Murray. In his final season in Dallas, he led the NFL in rushing yards with more than 1,800. Went on to Philadelphia. Finished 27th in the league in rushing for the Eagles. Now in Tennessee, 3rd in the NFL with more than 1,200 yards. Dalton under duress. Kyle Juszczyk, the Baltimore Ravens fullback out of Harvard, making the catch. He was invited last year by Sam Cook, the Ravens punter, who was a Pro Bowler, to come. Sam was going to bring some of the guys on special teams for the Ravens who do such a great job for their special teams coach Jerry Rosberg. And Kyle Juszczyk said, no thank you, I want to go to the Pro Bowl when I earn my own way. So here he is the next year in the Pro Bowl, the 3rd Harvard player to play in this game. Not this game, in the Pro Bowl over the years. 5 minutes to go in the half. Tied at 7. Dalton is sacked. Taken down by Michael Bennett.
That was a line stunt. Bennett was the MVP of the Pro Bowl last year, and in these obvious passing situations, they use a little line stunt. You're going to see it on the right side of your screen. Cliff Averill, his teammate, number 56. There's Bennett, 72, screaming around the corner for the sack.
Well, he had a sack and a batted pass last year to earn the defensive MVP, as a fumble recovery and a sack tonight. So perhaps back-to-back defensive MVP performances for Bennett, but a long way to go. Here's Dustin Colquitt. We saw the NFC fake a punt unsuccessfully. We know Kansas City has one in the arsenal, but not this time. Kansas City coaching the AFC. Dwayne Harris of the Giants taken down by DJ Alexander from Kansas City. Tied at 7. Under 4 minutes to go in the half.
Hey, what you talking about?
With the Pro Bowl here in Orlando, many of the players brought their families to enjoy Disney World and the other area attractions. Drew Brees here with his wife Brittany and their 4 children. And a learning experience for the Brees kids when we encountered them at the headquarters hotel a couple of nights ago. Coach Gruden, you took advantage of the opportunity to try to teach the Brees children how to call a play, and Drew Brees, captivated by it, he shot this video from his own phone.
Double wing right, nickel 40, kill 358 cannon. Don't mess this up. Quit. You're distracting us. Hey, come here. It's double wing right, nickel 40. That's exactly right.
He asked me to babysit, so what a great time that was, spending time with Drew Brees and his family. And
such a classy guy. They enjoyed Uncle John. Ezekiel Elliott collared by Lorenzo Alexander of the Buffalo Bills.
That's Brees' greatest strength, I think. He's the best communicator I've ever heard in the huddle. Just listen to him.
Here we go. Strong right, act 4, deep, 924, H drag. Go on. You know what you got? 4, yep.
He is relentless.
Ready. You ready? Listen.
Short pass dumped off for Elliott. Well, these guys are playing with some serious effort here tonight. Ryan Shazier, Lorenzo Alexander the tackle. Well, Drew Brees on the last possession threw his 8th Pro Bowl touchdown pass. And how about this company? Only Johnny Unitas and Peyton Manning have thrown more touchdown passes in Pro Bowl games than Drew Brees.
3rd down and 8. Trent Williams at right tackle, Tyron Smith at left tackle. Got to give Brees some time to push one.
We're waiting. We're set.
Drew looks place and throws. Greg Olsen incomplete.
It's number 57 for the AFC. Lorenzo Alexander. An amazing story. He had 12.5 sacks this year for the Bills. This is a man that had 9.5 sacks in his first 9 years as a player. He is the all-time grinder. He's played offensive line. He's played tight end. He's played multiple positions. Perhaps the best special teams player in the league. And when he got an opportunity for Rex Ryan this year in the Bills, he was ready.
6 years in Washington, 2 years in Arizona, a year with Oakland, now with Buffalo. Johnny Hecker on the punt. Tyreek Hill, deepest back for the AFC. Jarvis Landry is the short man. And look out. Here comes Hill. Tyreek Hill shoved out of bounds. That looked like Ezekiel Elliott covering punts.
Just incredible acceleration. He's going to catch his punt, take off to his right. When he hits it, you feel it.
And look who makes the tackle.
Tyreek Hill, a Kansas City weapon. He can run it, he can catch it, and he is an unbelievable return man.
38-yard return of a 46-yard punt. So excellent field position for the AFC, trying to reclaim the lead. They're at the NFC 38-yard line with Andy Dalton still the quarterback. And his pass batted down to the line of scrimmage by Cliff Averill of the Seattle Seahawks. In his first Pro Bowl, hard to believe, in his 9th year out of Purdue, he's finally here.
Well, he's the master of the strip sack. He had 11.5 sacks this year, but he had 5 forced fumbles. And here's a man, as a Detroit Lion, was 0-16. 5 years later, he's a world champion Seattle Seahawk. The Haitian creation. Every sack the man makes, he builds a house in his homeland, Haiti. Look at this play.
Screen pass blown up by Anthony Barr as he took down Jay Ajayi right on the catch. The Minnesota Viking linebacker with a big play for the NFC.
When you run a screen pass, you have to account for the man that's covering the back. And Richie Incognito at right guard, late getting to Barr, who read it all the way. Excellent effort.
2-minute warning. AFC and NFC tied at 7 in the Pro Bowl from Orlando. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, Tom Brady and Matt Ryan on the Super Bowl. Then we'll have the second half of the NFL Flag Championship game between Virginia Extreme from Leesburg, Virginia, and the Miami Ryan Dolphins from Miami, Florida. 2 minutes to go in the first half. In the Pro Bowl, low-scoring game, 7-7 the score. In the last 17 Pro Bowls since the dawn of Y2K, the average has been a combined point total of 71.2, only 14 points so far. Good throw by Andy Dalton to T.Y. Hilton. And it's inbounds and a catch for a first down at the 25-yard line with Janoris Jenkins of the New York Giants in coverage.
That's a great throw, on time and accurate. And Hilton walks the chalk with Janoris Jenkins in excellent coverage. Here comes a quick throw.
Tried to throw it quick, it was covered, so he dumped it off to Jay Ajayi. Former Boise State Bronco, driven back by Everson Griffin of the Minnesota Vikings and by Bobby Wagner.
Jay Ajayi. This guy has some big games, Sean. 3 times he had 200 yards or more in a single game. That's amazing. And when you study yards after contact, Ajayi is a beast. He can run through you. He can make you miss. Miami Dolphins have a feature back.
Just the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 200-yard rushing games in the same season. Tiki Barber in 2005, the most recent to do it. The others, Earl Campbell and O.J. Simpson. Ajayi, the first Dolphins running back in the Pro Bowl since Ronnie Brown in 2008. He was a replacement selection. Was Ajayi. LaShawn McCoy of the Buffalo Bills wasn't able to make it with an ankle injury. Play action fake. Dalton has his man. Touchdown. Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs puts the AFC back on top.
This man can play. He loves the camera, too. He has a lot of fun playing. And that time he ran a deep cross. T.Y. Hilton cleared it out. And Andy Dalton threw a bullet. Kelce in stride for the touchdown. Kelce over 1,000 yards this year from his tight end position. 6 times he had over 100 yards. He's a game-changing weapon, and Andy Reid uses him in a lot of different alignments.
4th year out of University of Cincinnati, where he was a teammate of his brother, Jason Kelce, who's here as an offensive lineman for the NFC squad as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. 23-yard touchdown pass. And here's Justin Tucker to put the lead back to 7 for the AFC.
How good is Tucker?
He was almost perfect in the regular season. We put the whammy on him. His only miss of any kick this year was a field goal try in our Monday night game in Foxborough against the Patriots in mid-December. And it was blocked by Shea McClellan of the Patriots, who perfectly timed the snap, leapt over the center and blocked it. Otherwise, Tucker 38 out of 39 and didn't miss a PAT, and he's now the most accurate field goal kicker of all time. He moved past the Cowboys' Dan Bailey this year. For his career, he's made 89.8% of his field goals.
Oh, he's 10 for 10 from 50 yards or more this year. And if it wasn't for you, jinx him in Foxborough.
I do feel guilty about that. I'm not a huge believer.
Well, you did.
In the announcer jinx. I mean, if we controlled the action here and elsewhere, we'd be buying lottery tickets and doing a lot of other things, perhaps.
This is interesting.
And by the way, if I could just, and I said that to Justin Tucker. I half apologized to him. We saw him in the hotel. He said, hey, every announcer all season long gave the stats about I haven't missed a kick. So it's not your fault, which I felt I was kind of good because the guilt was overwhelming.
Let's see what Drew Brees can do in a 2-minute drill in a new offense with a lot of new teammates.
Blue 80, what's that?
Brees, beautiful throw. Odell Beckham Jr. trying loose, and Lorenzo Alexander says that is not going to happen.
Probably should have gotten out of bounds there, obviously. And here's the comeback.
What's that?
We'll check down to Darren Sproles. Well, Coach, as the game's gone on, the intensity level has definitely picked up, and it's certainly more spirited than what we've seen in recent years. Andy Reid said he anticipated about 75% effort from what you typically see, but then in the 4th quarter with the game on the line, perhaps even more than that.
Well, you've got 39 players, Sean, that are in their first Pro Bowl. So they're not used to reducing speed. These young men want to make a good impression, and let's see if the NFC can answer a score by the AFC.
Ready.
The NFL executives also told the players, you know, if you make a mockery of the game, it's going to make people wonder about whether the Pro Bowl should even be played. And I think these players have heard that message as well. Des Bryant did not get out of bounds. Chris Harris of the Broncos made the tackle.
Got to be real careful throwing the ball at Chris Harris and Aqib Talib. These two corners of the Denver Broncos. You see them at the bottom of the screen. #1 pass defense in football, the Denver Broncos.
No fly zone and no completion there for Brees. Casey Hayward poked it away from Des Bryant.
This AFC West, these men have bonded together this week. You see Hayward from San Diego. That's a PBU, a pass broke up. You see Reggie Nelson, Oakland Raider at safety. 2 Denver Broncos playing the corner position. And I love this format. The AFC stays together, the NFC stays together, and this AFC West, Sean, these men have bonded under Andy Reid, the head coach of the Chiefs this week, and they're going to be a tough out today. You watch in the second half.
38 seconds to go in the half. 2 timeouts for the NFC. Brees going deep, a little bit underthrown, Intended for Odell Beckham Jr. Casey Hayward broke it up.
Beckham had 3 steps on Hayward. I don't know that Breeze saw him, didn't get enough on it. Ran right by Hayward. Ball's underthrown, and Hayward did a nice job finding the ball. Breeze disgusted with himself.
Gotta be quick. Let's go. Gun, demon left, scat left, Steeler. That's it. On. It's just a go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go.
It has to go quickly. They won't get it off. They're going to use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. 31 seconds to go in the first half of the Pro Bowl. There are the players who are on the field here in the final 31 seconds of the first half. The AFC leading the NFC 14-7. NFC ball at midfield. 3rd down and 10.
Gun, demon left, scat left, Steeler. Each sit. On.
3rd and 10 from the 50.
Hey, get over the ball, Scrolsy. Ready. We're ready. What's that?
4 receivers spread the field for Drew Brees. A lot of time to throw, and it's almost intercepted. Intended for Des Bryant, and Aqib Talib stepped in front of it.
4-time Pro Bowler Aqib Talib almost intercepted that football and should have. Tough to throw the ball against Aqib Talib, no matter what town he's playing in.
3 straight incompletions for Breeze after they had 1st and 10. You wondered if they might try a really long field goal. We saw during practices this week Matt Prater and Justin Tucker attempting and making field goals of more than 70 yards. This would be about a 67-yarder, and they certainly are in the range of the field. They might try another fake.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Johnny Hecker was a quarterback at one time, wanted to play quarterback in college. Mike Riley of Oregon State convinced him he could be an NFL punter if he punted instead, and that turned out to be true. Tyreek Hill tried to scoop and run. The ball goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line and 14 seconds to go in the half after a 34-yard punt. Well, they're taking it. I was just about to ask you, Coach, if you thought in an exhibition game, ordinarily in a regular season game, you'd almost certainly take a knee. Thought maybe in an exhibition game they might take a shot, but
take a knee and get on with this flag football championship. You don't want to miss that.
Green 18. Guys up.
That's coming up at the half. Second half of the NFL flag championship for 13 and 14-year-olds between Leesburg, Virginia and Miami, Florida. Part of our Toyota halftime coming up next. At the half, the AFC leads 14-7. We'll join Chris Berman after this. McDonough along with John Gruden, some Gremlins as well. Delighted to have you with us. And Coach, in that first half, noticeably more effort on the part of the players than we've seen in some recent Pro Bowls.
Yeah, particularly on defense. These linebackers are good. I watched Bobby Wagner punch the ball out. This stretch play starts to the left. It cuts back. Watch Wagner punch that ball out with great effort. And it's a goal line stand by the AFC. They had 4 shots to get it in. Couldn't get it done. And Ryan Shazier of the Steelers, he smells out this fake punt. That's effort and acceleration. DJ Alexander of the Chiefs helps him out. And then in the red zone, Stephon Gilmore of the Buffalo Bills playing tight man-to-man coverage with the pick. And then Richard Sherman steals one from Emmanuel Sanders. Good defense in the Pro Bowl. Let's see what adjustments, if any, they've made offensively on both sides. Here's Andy Dalton and the AFC.
Andy Reid and Jason Garrett, the head coaches of the AFC and NFC respectively. NFC actually had more yardage, 205 to 128 in the first half. It is Andy Dalton at quarterback to begin the second half. You see Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, in the game. Jay Ajayi is the running back. Wide receivers Demarius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, both from the Denver Broncos. Delaney Walker of Tennessee, the tight end. The tackles are Joe Thomas and Taylor Lewan. Jeremy Zutaw of the Baltimore Ravens, the center. David DeCastro of Pittsburgh. Coleccio Semele of Oakland are the guards. And here's Juszczyk. Ahead for about 5 yards on the first play from scrimmage of the second half for the AFC. Everson Griffin of Minnesota made the tackle.
This secondary of the NFC loaded this year. 2 New York Giants. Newcomer Janoris Jenkins at the top of the screen at left corner. And second-year man Landon Collins at safety had an incredible season.
Collins first team All-Pro. Dalton in trouble, and he is sacked by Gerald McCoy of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, he's one of the best inside pass rushers in football. He does it every year. A lot of production as a pass rusher. Here he is on the outside shoulder of the guard. He's a 3 technique. He beats DeCastro, and down goes Dalton.
5th Pro Bowl for McCoy. He's never been in the playoffs in his 7th year out of Oklahoma. They were 9-7. They nearly made the playoffs this year. McCoy said he was very relieved that Mike Smith, their new defensive coordinator, is going to stick around in Tampa Bay. He even mentioned some head coaching jobs. One-handed catch made.
Wow.
Demarius Thomas with the grab out to the 48-yard line.
Well, Landry clears it out, and in comes Demarius Thomas with his version of the one-handed catch. Huge first down for the AFC.
Right, double snug, Ghostbuster left. Don't worry.
Comes a Ghostbuster. No idea what that play is.
22-yard gain on the pass. Here's another trick play, and they nearly flipped it to the defense. Averill was there for the NFC. It looked like it was going to go right into his hands. Emmanuel Sanders is on it, and a couple of those trick plays behind the line of scrimmage haven't worked out very well for Andy Reid.
Oh, the razzle-dazzle on the first play, and then this Ghostbuster play didn't scare anybody.
I think it scared Andy Reid once he saw the way it was unfolding.
Hey, there's his tight end Kelsey giving him a hard time.
You gotta love that they're trying. It should be an entertaining exhibition for this sellout crowd of 60,000 and for those watching on TV. Movement across the line of scrimmage.
2 Seahawks. Bennett and Averill both got caught that time.
Some disagreement among the officials whether it was a false start.
Unimpeded to the quarterback. Defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
There's Averill. You said it earlier. It's his 9th season. His first Pro Bowl. Seattle still loaded on defense, Sean.
4 Seahawk defenders voted to this game. Averill, Michael Bennett, Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner. They've all been a factor. K.J. Wright was added as a replacement for Vic Beasley. The 6th year in a row Seattle has had at least 5 Pro Bowls. That's supposed to be stunning up front. I thought I saw something that might look like a stunt. Jay Ajayi tripped as he was crossing midfield. He got to the 47-yard line.
I like seeing Clinton Dix out here, the Green Bay Packers safety man. You get eliminated in the NFC Championship game a lot of times. You just don't feel like playing another game the following week. But give Dix, Clinton Dix, credit. He had 5 interceptions this year for the Packers, over 80 tackles. I like the fact that he showed up.
Fun for him tonight to play alongside Landon Collins at safety. Catch made by Juszczyk, the hit made by Wagner, but it is a first down for the AFC. Of course, Clinton Dix and Landon Collins, former teammates at Alabama. They were All-Americans for the Crimson Tide 1 season apart. They were looking forward to playing together in the secondary tonight for the NFC.
You wonder why Alabama's so good? There's a big reason why. I mean, both of those safeties are outstanding.
And young Clinton Dix is 24. Landon Collins is 23.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Hey, this Landon Collins, though, 125 tackles, led the Giants. He had 5 interceptions, Sean, 4 sacks. There has not been a safety in the NFL since Rodney Harrison that had over 100 tackles, 5 picks, and 3 or more sacks. This man did it all for the New York Giants. Just a second-year player out of Alabama. And defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo lined him up everywhere.
Bennett moving along the line of scrimmage again.
This is ridiculous.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 72. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Times in this drive, and Bennett not happy with the call.
Again, an example that the players do care. It's a big week for the Bennett family. Michael in the Pro Bowl for the second time, and Martellus Bennett, his brother, the tight end for the New England Patriots, playing in the Super Bowl in his hometown of Houston. Jay Ajayi cracked from behind. He crossed the line of scrimmage. Linval Joseph of the Vikings.
Sean, excuse me, you got to be able to run the ball against this split safety defense. Clinton Dix and Collins are playing 20 yards deep, but it's so hard to run the ball inside against Linval Joseph of the Minnesota Vikings. Have you ever seen a man the size of Linval Joseph? Sean?
No.
He's the biggest guy I've ever seen. Number 98.
6'4", 329. His teammate here in the Pro Bowl and in Minnesota, Everson Griffin, says he's the strongest dude I've ever met in my life. Dalton, speaking of Everson Griffin, right on cue. He busts out his Pro Bowl sack dance. They're a little more lenient, letting you celebrate animatedly in this Pro Bowl.
Well, he beats Kelsey. He told us last night he wanted to win the car to be the MVP of this game. He must need some new wheels, but he had 8 sacks this year. He forced 3 fumbles, and good to see Everson Griffin being acknowledged again as one of the best in football.
Second-time Pro Bowler in his 7th year out of USC. Earlier in his career, he was running down there as a gunner covering punts. 5 Minnesota defensive players in this game. Kyle Juszczyk tried hard to get to the line to make, came up a yard short in the arms of K.J. Wright, first-time Pro Bowler in his 6th season.
Great to see K.J. Wright in the Pro Bowl. This man does not ever leave the field. Right side of your screen, he's going to see the fullback in the flat. He reads the quarterback the whole way, and we know Bobby Wagner is a great player, but he had a career-high 126 tackles. He had 4 sacks. He's all over the place in Seattle. Well-deserved Pro Bowl appearance from Wright.
There's Justin Tucker with 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Colquitt signaling the sideline. Looks like they're a man short on the offensive line there to block. It'll be a 38-yard try for Tucker. Delaney Walker comes on. And now they have 11.
This is no
golf,
doubt.
you just give it to him. That'd be a gimme. They're just about all gimmies for Tucker. He's an opera singer as well. The 2017 Pro Bowl presented by Aquafina is brought to you by Land Rover, above and beyond. Buy the new Burger King Whopper Jr. deal. Get 4 delicious items for only $3.99 only at Burger King. And by USAA, insurance, banking, and investments tailored for the military community. Aerial coverage tonight in Orlando brought to you by Goodyear. We had a sellout crowd at the start. As you can see, some empty seats now as we are past 10 o'clock in the evening here in Central Florida on a chilly night. For this time of the year in this part of the country, the temperature around 50 degrees. Here's Ezekiel Elliott on first down for the NFC. He moved ahead for about 4. We'll give you who's on the field for each squad now, midway through the third quarter.
Third down.
Cameron Wake of Miami on the field for the AFC defense. Geno Atkins also out there, fixture in the Pro Bowl, Cincinnati Bengal in his 5th Pro Bowl in 7 years. Drew Brees still at quarterback. He came in the second quarter after Dak Prescott started for the NFC. He gets batted back to Drew. He caught it and then dropped it. And Jerome Boger rules that an incomplete pass. That was close.
See that a lot now in pro football. A lot of these defensive linemen have become so aware of getting their arms up and batting down passes. This ball batted by Jarrell Casey into the arms of Drew Brees, and that's a good incomplete pass call by the official. 3 offensive linemen out there from the Dallas Cowboys, and when you look at Travis Frederick at center and Zach Martin and Tyron Smith, 3 years in a row, these 3 men have been in the Pro Bowl together. That's a tribute to them.
There might be a challenge. I think Andy Reid is saying Brees caught that, and then after a couple steps, fumbled.
The AFC coaching staff is challenging the rule of the field of an incomplete pass.
Now, part of it, and Andy's one of the all-time good guys, but part of it should be the spirit of the game. I mean, I think the officials let Brees do that because they didn't want him to get blasted after he caught the ball.
Oh, yeah, folks. He looked right. He looked right, yeah.
Andy Reid has challenged the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. We think he's going to lose the challenge. It did not appear that Drew Brees ever had possession.
He was like hot potato.
Jerome Boger still under the hood. It looked pretty clear to us as we looked at some replays during the break. Let's show you what we saw.
I don't think it's close. Brees never has possession of this.
Here's Jerome Boger.
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is confirmed. It's an incomplete pass. The quarterback never possessed the ball. The AFC is charged their first timeout of the quarter.
Hey, let's go.
These coaches want that winning share.
Yes, they do.
Let me tell you, I was down there one year coaching, and it wasn't for $61,000, but the winners get more than the losers, and the coaches need the money more than the players, so that had a lot to do with that challenge. Let's play ball.
Winning players and coaches get $61,000 a man. The losing team $30,000, so $31,000 difference per man between winning and losing. And right now it's the AFC leading 17-7. 3rd down and 6 for the NFC from its own 29. Drew Brees on target. Boy, Greg Olson's had an uncharacteristically shaky night trying to catch the ball.
And he's the only tight end in history with 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Olson had an injury the last couple weeks of the season. You have to wonder if he's 100% tonight. And be careful, hold on to your seat with this man, Tyreek Hill. Fun to watch.
Brought a punt back 38 yards earlier. Ezekiel Elliott pushed him out of bounds, and you can see Zeke's out there again as the protector for Johnny Hecker of the Rams. And a fair catch signal made and executed by Tyreek Hill. 44-yard punt. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award presented by Nationwide recognizes NFL players who've made a significant impact on both the game and in their communities. It's considered one of the league's most prestigious honors. The finalists for this year's award are Larry Fitzgerald, Eli Manning, and Greg Olson, all of whom have consistently demonstrated high standards as both players and as humanitarians. The winner will be announced at the NFL Honors Awards show on February 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox. There's Greg Olson. Boy, hard to pick among those three. They're all deserving. So many of these NFL players do so much in their communities. Low snap. Phillip Rivers just into the game, managed to scoop it up and fire to T.Y. Hilton for a short gain. So here's Rivers in his 6th Pro Bowl. He was the last player added, filling in for Ben Roethlisberger. One of the all-time greats in terms of stats, at least. 3,811 completions, 10th all-time, 8th in touchdown passes. Also one of the most accurate passers in league history. 10th all-time in completion percentage at 64.4. 35 years old. He handed it off to Jay Ajayi. With those numbers and his performances, Phillip Rivers, coach, make him a Hall of Famer down the road, in your opinion?
He is to me. It's a sensitive time for Phillip Rivers. He wanted to play this game and have it be his last performance as a San Diego Charger. Chargers moving to LA. Tough subject for a lot of these players that loved it in San Diego and love their fans. There's Eric Weddle, former Charger himself, Drew Brees, Darren Sproles, Mike Tolbert. A lot of ex-Chargers in this Pro Bowl.
Stacey Hayward, a current Charger. Melvin Gordon hasn't played yet. He's on the squad. Jay Ajayi made the catch. Andy Reid told us he thought Melvin Gordon was a little banged up and he may not play him tonight.
Hey, Tiger, you're the Z. Hey, stay alive on this slot. Hey, left right slot, pass 95W, Z divide, kill Detroit. Ready? Roll one, roll one, roll one.
And like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers wants to win at everything he does.
Okay. Set. 80. Raise on.
No doubt he is taking this seriously tonight. He fires. It's on target to T.Y. Hilton for a first down to the NFC 37-yard line with Patrick Peterson of the Arizona Cardinals in coverage. A gain of 24.
This is a fearlessness in Rivers. Play action pass. He has great protection. Throws the ball behind Sean Lee and under Patrick Peterson to T.Y. Hilton for a big play. The thing I love about Rivers the most is his durability. He is an Iron Man. Over 170 consecutive starts.
The oldest player on the AFC team. Here's Jay Ajayi turning the corner. He gets stopped by Harrison Smith. Well, when analyzing his qualifications as a Hall of Famer, here's something that might be factored in. One thing that people would use against him: never went to the Super Bowl, but neither did Dan Fouts or Warren Moon, who played in 15 combined Pro Bowls, and they're Hall of Famers. Ajayi took a rather wide route to the and he's taken off his feet by 3 Minnesota Vikings. Linval, Joseph, Griffin, and Barr. They don't want to let go, and now they drop to the delight of the crowd.
Good luck running the ball in there with Linval Joseph. Just drop Joseph. Drop Ajayi to the turf.
3rd and 5. They are in field goal range, which would make it a 1-score game, but they want to keep the chains moving. Down by 10 as we approach 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter at the Pro Bowl. Excuse me, they're up by 10. It's been a long day.
Phillip Rivers won our quarterback challenge the other day. The most accurate man on campus. He beat Drew Brees and Dalton. Dak Prescott. He's got a chance to make some money this weekend.
Yeah.
Don't mean to hurry, get out of here. How you handle this one? Green left, 61 dive. All right, ready? Good. Just belly left, belly left.
Here comes Juszczyk. Right off the left side. They're going to run right behind Incognito at left guard.
380. Reshot.
Phillip won that precision passing contest. He did give it to Juszczyk. He got yanked down by Linval Joseph. Phillip said he hadn't thrown a ball or even worked up a sweat in 24 days since the Chargers season ended. He's the father of 8 children. He was a last-minute replacement, and part of his conversation with the NFL revolved around a dance with his daughters that he had to attend back in San Diego. So he came, practiced for a couple days, flew back to San Diego to go to the dance, and came back to Orlando to play tonight. Under 2 minutes to go. Third quarter, AFC leading by 10. Philip didn't like what he saw as he looked to his left with Cliff Averill coming on quickly.
See what he has for us on 3rd and 7.
There is no.
Averill wanted a grounding call, but one of the rules differences in the Pro Bowl, there is no intentional grounding.
Hey, listen, look at me now. Hey, look at me outside. If I give you this, pump it, okay? Gun red left. 23 scat Hank. Ready. 23 scat Hank.
These are hook routes on the outside, and if he looks at you and gives you a hand signal, they're going to run a double move.
Yes. 380. 380. Son.
You heard him say yes. I think he wanted the double move and didn't get it from T.Y. Hilton. Clearly not on the same page there.
So here comes Justin Tucker. Try to make it a 13-point lead for the AFC.
Hilton ran the hook. Rivers wanted him to run the pump. And here's Tucker.
1 for 1 tonight from 38 yards. This is a 41-yarder. Yes, his snapper from the Ravens, Morgan Cox here. It's a fake. It's flipped ahead to Travis Kelce, and with that extra effort, it looks like he got the first down.
That's the play of the game. That might end up being the play of the night should the AFC convert this to points. Andy Reid with a fake field goal. And he leans on his star tight end with great second effort to get this done. Watch Kelce stretch for the first down.
Kelce, 2 of Andy Reid's players, the punter Dustin Colquitt, flipping it ahead to Travis Kelce.
Kelce had a touchdown in the first half. That's a big play here in the third quarter.
Curtain right. I'll give you Omaha. Ready.
MVP voters, don't forget that.
And their special teams coordinator for Kansas City is considered a
look at this.
candidate for head coaching jobs. With Kyle Juszczyk weaving his way down for a 9-yard gain.
That's why I didn't see Andy Reid all week. He was putting in all these trick plays. He ran a razzle-dazzle on the first play. He ran Ghostbusters in the early third quarter. That time he ran a fumble-rooski.
Number 10, 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Again, the note we gave you earlier, motion and shifting not allowed.
Watch Juszczyk, 44. He takes this ball from Phillip Rivers. It's a play I saw Steve Spurrier run years ago. Andy Reid studies the college game more than any coach I know, and he'll take plays right off the college tape and put them in his offense.
If he's deep, snap across his face.
Amazing, resourceful coach.
A very bright young co-offensive coordinator along with Brad Childress. Matt Nagy, Andy told us the other day he's sure he's going to be a head coach, former quarterback at the University of Delaware, and a very good one. Juszczyk yanked down by Patrick Peterson on what will be the final play of the third quarter. AFC leading 17-7 as we head to the fourth here in Orlando. Back in Orlando, heading for the fourth quarter of the Pro Bowl, the Don Shula NFL High School Coach of the Year Award honors high school football coaches who display the integrity, achievement, and leadership exemplified by the winningest coach in NFL history, Don Shula. Each NFL team nominates a Coach of the Year from their market. All 32 nominees are invited to the Pro Bowl, and we're pleased to announce that the winner of this year's Don Shula Award is the High School Coach of the Year from Dallas, Texas, and Highland Park High School, Randy Allen. Congratulations, Coach. What a great honor.
Well, thank you, Sean. I'm so proud to represent Highland Park High School and the great players and coaches there, and then the Dallas Cowboys for nominating me, and just my great head coach, who was the biggest impact on my life and the reason I got into coaching, Merrill Green.
Coach,
Coach,
congratulations.
for you.
Thanks for all you're doing for football, for these young players. Use both hands because that thing's heavy, man. You deserved it.
Thank you, John.
Way to go, Coach.
Thank you.
And I know the crowd here in Orlando would like to salute Coach Allen as well. Congratulations. We understand that you coached a pretty good quarterback by the name of Matthew Stafford back in the day.
Matthew was a great player and led us to a state championship. We had a great team that year, and we're so proud of what he's done for the Detroit Lions.
And you won a state championship again this year. Stephen Jones' son is your quarterback. Congratulations on your second state championship and on the Don Shula Award. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sean.
Congratulations,
Randy
Coach.
Allen, one of the great high school coaches in America. The winner of the Don Shula Award. And Coach, there's no more person that I know, there isn't anybody I know who appreciates coaches and coaching as much as you do. And when you win something named after Don Shula,
no doubt,
that's about as good as it gets.
It's a great name for that award because there's nobody like Don Shula. And for all you high school coaches out there, head coaches and assistants, keep grinding, keep working, and congratulations, Coach Allen.
AFC on the move. The fake field goal kept this drive alive. 14th play of the possession. Phillip Rivers in some traffic. Still maneuvering at age 35, and he throws it away. Good effort by Travis Kelce.
Everson Griffin in hot pursuit. That's a good play by Rivers with a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter to throw that ball away. Left side of your screen, you're going to see Everson Griffin in pursuit of Rivers, and Phillip does a wise thing and throws this ball away.
Well, let's see if they do actually kick the field goal this time. 31-yarder for Justin Tucker out of the hold of Colquitt. Not only are they all good, they're all right down the middles too. 20-7 AFC early in the fourth. Well, after we finish up with the Pro Bowl here in Orlando, stay tuned for SportsCenter at night with the great Johns, John Buccigross and John Anderson. They'll wrap up your weekend with all the scores and highlights from the world of sports. That's next on ESPN, also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. First possession of the fourth quarter for the NFC. Kirk Cousins in at quarterback for the first time. The Washington Redskins dumped it off to Jordan Howard of the Bears for a short gain. Here's Lisa Salters with Phillip Rivers.
Thank you, Sean. Phillip, first we got to ask you, how was the father-daughter dance on Friday?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Well worth the trip. Had four awesome dates.
Yeah, what was the highlight of that?
Well, I'm not a big dancer, but just being able to spend time with them, those are memories you'll never forget.
I remember you telling us last year that they were trying to teach you a couple of line dances. How did you do?
Did all right. You know, the Cotton Eye Joe, I've gotten that one down pat, so I'm in good shape.
Excellent. I understand that you guys are moving, and you have said that it means a lot to you to be representing the San Diego Chargers for the last time here in this Pro Bowl. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. It's been 13 awesome years. Community's been great. It's been more than just the games between the lines. I mean, what the community's meant to us. All but one of my children have been born there. So it'll always be a special place to me. And, I mean, me and my two teammates, we are here off of 2016 San Diego Chargers team. So there's one last time to hopefully let them feel like, hey, these are our guys. That's our quarterback, and now we're moving up the road.
So how do you just pick up and move on and be excited about being in a new city that you, after being so long in San Diego?
Well, I think it's a gradual process. I hope the people in the community in Los Angeles understand that. And I don't think they're too worried about it at this point. We're going to have to go earn that. There's a lot of other teams up there and things to do. So.
Here's Odell Beckham Jr. after a little scrambling by Kirk Cousins. He dumped it off,
football games.
And it turns into a big gainer.
We'll get excited. I'm looking forward to a new challenge.
All right, thank you, Phillip. Appreciate it.
A great
42-yard completion there, Cousins to Beckham.
No doubt. Watch Cousins work the pocket, And on the left side of your screen, Odell Beckham, out of nowhere, plucks his pass and takes off. He's been watching that Leesburg flag football team the way he carried that ball.
Hey, Mike 53.
The NFC ran only 3 plays in the third quarter for 4 yards. As the AFC had the ball for 14 minutes and 5 seconds. But Kirk Cousins has them in scoring position. Mike Tolbert the catch, stopped by Chris Harris. 4,917 passing yards, the franchise record. He broke his own record set a year ago, and success deep down the field. More completions beyond 20 yards than anybody in the NFL since Eli Manning of the Giants back in 2011.
Steadily improving player, and he's due for a huge contract.
Leader of one of the best offenses in the NFL this year, the Washington Redskins. And again this year, coach, like last offseason, your brother Jake Gruden, the brain trust management of the Redskins, going to have to try to decide what to do with Kirk Cousins contractually.
Well, when I look at the Redskins, I think he's far and away their best player. It's 9,000 yards and counting in just 2 years as a starter. Took him to the playoffs, a division title 2 years ago. Just fell up short this year, but they can add some players to their defense, I believe. Kirk Cousins is a guy you can win with. I think he's going nowhere.
He's 4 for 4 on this drive, his first of the game. Third quarterback to play for the NFC, throwing it now for the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Jimmy Graham.
Put that ball right in there to Graham, who ran a corner route. I expected Graham to go up and use his size and strength and snatch his ball. He just dropped it. Tight ends have not played well tonight for the NFC, have mishandled some balls you normally see them catch.
Hey, 53. 180. What is that?
Under pressure, Cousins. The whistle sounds in the arms of Geno Atkins.
Quarterback's forward progress is stopped for a loss. Third down.
You give him enough one-on-one opportunities, it's just a matter of time. Outstanding inside pass rusher. Led the AFC, led the NFL, really, all defensive tackles and sacks with 9.
His defensive coordinator with the Bengals, Paul Gunther, says that Atkins is the best inside pass rusher in the league, and in the words of Paul Gunther, it isn't even close. First AFC sack, a loss of 6 for the NFC. 3-man rush after Cousins. He throws into traffic, and it's incomplete. Intended for Beckham. And Aqib Talib, the primary defender. Eric Weddle over from his safety spot, and a little gimpy as he got back up.
Well, it's just a fade route down the far sideline, and it's Eric Weddle. Back at his normal safety position. He played dime linebacker a lot in San Diego his last couple years. Nice play from his free safety position. Here's Prater, who made a lot of game-winning field goals for the Lions.
42-yard try. Is there another fake to come? No. It's a 10-point game. 9:32, 9:31 to go now. AFC still on top. 9:31 to go in the 2017 Pro Bowl, presented by Aquafina from Orlando, Florida. We had 60,834 here, a sellout crowd. A lot of them have left on a chilly night, a school night. It's been a competitive game. Intensity level noticeably up from previous Pro Bowl. Phillip Rivers still at quarterback. Kyle Juszczyk back to the line of scrimmage, the Baltimore Raven, and that's it.
Juszczyk has become the go-to ball carrier tonight. He's carried the ball more tonight, I think, than he did all this season. Melvin Gordon, you said earlier, of the Chargers, is suited up. He has not played tonight. But the AFC wants to run the ball, run the clock, get out of here with $61,000. I just don't think they want to hand the ball to Juszczyk too often.
Set. 380. Reset.
Rivers' deep throw, a little bit too long, intended for Demaryius Thomas. With Xavier Rhodes from the Minnesota Vikings covering.
When you talk to Xavier Rhodes, you can't believe he's a corner. Big, physical man, and you love corners like him that can match up with size receivers like Demaryius Thomas. But we saw Rhodes go toe-to-toe with Beckham, DeAndre Hopkins. He doesn't back down from anybody. And this Viking defense, very talented. Can they improve their offensive line? What are they going to do with Adrian Peterson? This was a 5-0 football team loaded with defensive talent. I expect more from them next year.
Phillip Rivers steps up, but not far enough. There's one of those Vikings. Everson Griffin has had a nice game tonight.
Well, he's had 2 sacks now and nowhere to throw down the field. It's Griffin working against Taylor Lewan. Here's Colquitt.
The NFC with 4 sacks tonight, 2 of them for Griffin, who's had 30 sacks in the last 3 seasons, 5th most in the NFL. Dustin Colquitt on the punt. Michael Bennett got close to it. Dwayne Harris got away from DJ Alexander, but not away from Ryan Shazier.
47 yards on the punt.
Nice coverage by the Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker back in his home state. He's from Pompano Beach, Florida. The 2017 Pro Bowl is presented by Aquafina, pure water, perfect taste. By NFLshop.com, get free shipping on orders today at the official store of the NFL. And by Campbell's Chunky Soup, official soup sponsor of the NFL. Sean McDonough, John Gruden, Lisa Salters, our producer Jay Rothman, our director Chip Dean, our Monday Night Football crew. Delighted to be bringing you the Pro Bowl tonight from Orlando. First time this city has hosted the game. 6th time it's been played in the state of Florida. Honolulu, the host for 35 of the past 37 Pro Bowls. Kirk Cousins with his 2nd possession at quarterback from his own 24-yard line. On target to Beckham. Could not spin away from Casey Hayward, but a good gain on 1st down, about 8.
Watch Eric Weddle, the veteran safety now of the Baltimore Ravens, try to disguise these coverages. They've done it all night.
Gun, double left, jet left.
Weddle and Darian Stewart going to show you one thing and play another.
Hey, 50. 180. Wait, that.
Cousins has a man open. It's caught by Des Bryant. He goes out of bounds with a 1st down across the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Love watching Des Bryant play. He can come off the ball, get out of his break with the best of them.
Steamer, 8 through. I'm 108, 9-yard stop. Hey, 50.
Kirk Cousins in his 1st Pro Bowl. Replaced Aaron Rodgers, who opted out of the game. Beckham, 1st down, out of bounds with Aqib Talib nearby.
So Odell Beckham over 100 catches again. 288 catches in just 3 years. No one's ever done that. And a lot of these catches, hard to describe. He's very good after the catch. got a contract coming up soon, Sean, and be interesting to see what Odell Beckham is worth after that body of work.
Cousins on target. Greg Olsen the catch, a couple of yards short of the first down. Of course, Beckham very talented. They'd like him to tone down some of the antics on the field and off. He and Jarvis Landry, teammates, LSU, great friends. Beckham picked in the first round, Landry in the second. And in 3 years, they both have 288 catches. And as John said, that's the most by any receiver in the first 3 years of his NFL career. They share that mark. Darren Sproles open over the middle. First down, NFC on the move again, about to make it a one-score game.
Sproles has made the Pro Bowl before as a return specialist. He made the Pro Bowl this year as a running back, as an alternate. But over 19,000 yards of all-purpose yardage. Fun to see him work coming out of the backfield.
That's more all-purpose yardage than any other active player. Look out. Cousins, you could hear the hit. He's wearing a microphone. He complimented the defense. Leonard Williams and Von Miller for the hit.
That was meet at Kirk Cousins' house. Leonard Williams, Geno Atkins, and Von Miller take it to Cousins. Inside of 5 minutes, any kind of score makes this a one-possession game.
50. 180.
Still in field goal range for Matt Prater. Cousins through the hands of Des Bryant, indicating that he lost the ball in the lights.
Seen some drop passes tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see what Cousins has on third down and long. Just inside the 30.
Get your breath. Gun, Demon left, Java left, Apollo Y, H choice. I want to read. Yeah, 9.
I have no idea what that means, Sean.
No. But no doubt that Kirk Cousins is into it. His wife Julie told us at the hotel the other day he'd be into everything, and he was in the dodgeball at the skills showdown. He's competitive. You throw a little high. And if there's one criticism you'd have from time to time in some big situations, particularly down the red zone or close to it, he doesn't always make the best decisions, and he's a very smart guy.
Well, that time Ryan Shazier should have had the easy interception. This gives Prater another chance to make this a one-possession game. Detroit won a lot of games this year in the closing seconds. Matt Stafford, we just met his high school coach, was a big part of that, but Matt Prater was a huge part of that with some unbelievable kicking.
Prater, a last-minute replacement for Matt Bryant of Atlanta, who's on his way to the Super Bowl. The field goal's good. The NFC now within 7 points with 4.5 to go.
Hey.
Players on the winning team of tonight's Pro Bowl will receive a $10,000 grant from the NFL Foundation to go toward the youth or high school football program of their choice. Another incentive in addition to the $61,000 per member of the winning team as compared to $30,000 per player and coach for the losing squad. And the AFC's lead is down to 7 now. Phillip Rivers over the middle. Kyle Juszczyk. They're trying to get that ball away. That would be, they hope would be a 31,000 plus turnover if they could pop one, get the score to win the game. Wagner and Davis combining on the hit on Juszczyk.
Juszczyk has played well tonight. When you watch the Ravens, Sean, he's a joker. He can play as their third down back. They can detach him and use him as a receiver. And he is an outstanding special teams player. Ozzie Newsome, I'm sure, would like to lock him up. He's going to be a free agent. Hard to find guys with that type of versatility.
380.
This is fifth catch. 1st and 10. Rivers in trouble. Everson again. VP on defense in this Pro Bowl.
Well, a couple of these sacks, he hasn't really beat anybody. The quarterback has held the ball. Give him credit for effort. He's working against Joe Thomas. Rivers held the ball, and you hold it long in this league, they get sacked.
Timeout called by the NFC. Third sack for Griffin. 10 players who were invited to this Pro Bowl declined because they'll be playing in the Super Bowl. 4 of them New England Patriots. Tom Brady selected for the 12th time. Matthew Slater, special team standout. Dante Hightower selected for the first time. And the safety, Devin McCourty, getting ready for Houston. Matt Ryan, one of 6 Atlanta Falcons selected to the Pro Bowl. What a big difference maker Coach Alex Mack was. Really solidified that offensive line at center. Vic Beasley led the league in sacks. Speaking of sacks, Phillip Rivers with Michael Bennett right in his face.
And Everson Griffin, give him credit. Rolls it in on his 4th sack.
I think he's the defensive MVP of this game. Another NFC timeout, leaving them with 1. 3:34 to go. They want the ball back to try to win the game. Welcome back to the 2017 Pro Bowl presented by Aquafina. From Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida, formerly known as the Florida Citrus Bowl. AFC with the ball in a 7-point lead. 3:34 to go. 3rd and 17 for Phillip Rivers and the AFC. 1 timeout left for the NFC. They're coming after Rivers, and Averill runs him down back near the 20-yard line.
That's a screen pass. Rivers just doesn't want to throw an incomplete pass and stop the clock. It's a stunt. Around the horn comes Averill, and a couple of these sacks are a direct result of Rivers not wanting to stop the clock with an incompletion. But Kirk Cousins in the NFC will get a chance. And look who's back there. This man is dangerous. He's done it for over a decade. Wouldn't that be something? Darren Sproles.
Austin Colquitt the punt, and short of Sproles, and bounces down near the 30-yard line. So a timeout left for the NFC. The 2-minute warning. 2:39 to go. It's a 47-yard punt for Colquitt.
Neither one of these offensive lines have protected very well at all here in the second half. And in this obvious passing situation, you see Tyron Smith, Zach Barton, Trey Turner's in the game from the Carolina Panthers. David Bakhtiari's over at right tackle. And Von Miller loves to close you out at the end of games. Keep an eye on him at the top of the screen.
Kirk Cousins for Doug Baldwin, who has scored a touchdown, and that he broke a tackle. Has a first down across the 40, run down by Zach Brown.
Double left, steamer, 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 steamer. Scat left, steamer, through. Scat left, steamer. Hey, White, hey, I'm one. White, hey, White, done.
Here comes Von Miller. We got the arm of Kirk Cousins.
He's crossing the ball.
He's at his best in the 4th quarter when the game is on the line. It's a credit to his conditioning and the way he sets people up during the game. Top of the screen, working against David Bakhtiari of the Packers. He has the speed to get around the corner and the power to run over you and the energy to go all night long.
You probably heard Kirk Cousins say on 1-2. He got a great jump off the snap. Beckham, he's making a case to be the offensive MVP. Couldn't get away from Casey Hayward. But that is the 6th catch of the night for Odell Beckham Jr. And it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7-point lead for the AFC. ESPN has you covered Super Bowl Sunday starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. The Insiders, Trey Wingo, Adam Schefter, Bill Polian, Louis Riddick, Chris Mortensen, live from NRG Stadium in Houston. Then at 11, postseason NFL Countdown. at 10:30 p.m. After the game, Boomers live from the field with Steve Young and Randy Moss with all the highlights. They'll break down the game on NFL Prime Time. All three also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN.
Gun, double left, quick jet left. Sally Foster, man, I'm wondering.
The NFC trailed 20-7. Now it's 20-13 at the 2-minute warning. One timeout left for Kirk Cousins. And the offense, 1st and 10 from the 45 of the AFC.
Going at the line of scrimmage. These plays are all on Cousins right now.
Let's go down the left. Montana.
Doug Baldwin got 9 with that catch. Miller again, quick off the line of scrimmage, but they blocked him long enough, and then Jimmy Graham got flattened by Lorenzo Alexander. And there is a flag on. I don't think Graham liked how hard he got hit on that play.
12 men on the field. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 2nd down.
Should be an automatic 1st down.
I think they would take the play.
12 men on the field. Defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain instead of the 5 for the penalty. So 1st and 10, all kinds of time now. 1:32 in the timeout left for the NFC. They're inside the 30-yard line.
Then zone coverage this entire drive, and if I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm going to look for Darren Sproles coming out of the backfield. Keep moving the ball forward.
Yeah, he collected the MVP ballots up here in the press box, but Kirk Cousins enhancing his candidacy if it's not too late. He's now 14 out of 19 here in the 4th quarter, on target to Jimmy Graham.
They're going to huddle up here. Let's see what Kirk Cousins has in store with the game on the line.
Here we go. Listen to me. You're running a bench post. Okay, if it's single high, bench takeoff. Bench post for 2 deep.
Gun, same play. Gun, demon left, jet left, striker, H through Z go. Or Z whatever, 1-1.
Keep an eye on Beckham at the bottom of the screen. If it's too deep, he's running a double move.
Wide 80! Wait, John!
Boy, great jump again from Von Miller, and he got to Kirk Cousins. Well, it is crunch time, and you mentioned he particularly excels in the 4th quarter. $31,000 difference per man, winning and losing. And it is Miller time for this AFC defense. As the game goes along, he piles up bigger and bigger sack numbers in his career, sacks by quarter. They increase all the way to the 4th quarter. 28 sacks in the 4th quarter, the most since he came into the league in 2011.
Well, he just got him for offsides, I think, and it gives the NFC a 1st down. But you are right. He is storming off the ball.
Wide 80! Wait, John!
Over the middle, it's off the hands of Jimmy Graham and intercepted by Lorenzo Alexander. Now he laterals to Aqib Talib. Aqib Talib inside the 40, the 30. Look at Cousins racing to bat the ball out. It looks like the AFC has it inside the 10-yard line.
What an effort by Kirk Cousins. Throw a potential game-tying touchdown. The ball's dropped by Graham. Alexander intercepts it. He laterals it to Aqib Talib. Talib has a nose for the end zone, and off he goes. And watch Kirk Cousins track Talib down and strip the ball. Phenomenal effort.
We talk about the situation too, Coach. Here's a guy who's a free agent. You know, he's talking about a contract worth maybe $25 million.
That's awesome.
You can get hurt on that play.
That's good football. I love
sure
it. What
is.
a great effort by Cousins. And Aqib Talib in the AFC, led by Andy Reid. How many times has Andy Reid coached the Pro Bowl?
This is the 6th. He's about to go to 3-3. And this is the 44th time of the AFC versus NFC format. The AFC with the win will tie it all time at 22 wins apiece. What about Lorenzo Alexander's decision there to lateral? I mean, the game's over. Have 2 of their 3 timeouts. They have 1 left. I mean, the game's won. If you just go down, but wants to put on a show for the crowd.
Unfortunate. Good drive by Kirk Cousins and the NFC. Give them credit. They were down by 13 points. They came back, had a chance to tie it. And Jimmy Graham, normally an awesome red zone receiver, just can't handle it.
Well, they were complimenting Cousins on running him down. He's a good athlete. You heard him say I had an angle, but he ran down a very fast man in Aqib Talib. The officials are conferring. John, I'm happy to see the effort tonight. You know, it got a little bit disjointed in recent years, and the league did ask them to respect the game. Ray Lewis gave the speech to the AFC about playing with pride and representing your conference in the league with some pride, and they've done that tonight on both sides.
They sure did. It was a good week all the way around. We had a great skills challenge.
Dez comes up with the ball.
The other guy, there's 3 red guys had the ball.
They didn't have the ball. He had the ball between his legs. That's not possession. That's not possession. You see, Dez had the ball. Come on now.
Well,
tell him to look at it.
All right, they looked at it and said, when we were on the field.
Come on now. God damn. Gotta look at that now.
Take a look at it. Does Dez Bryant recover this ball?
Well, Jerome Boger said there were 3 AFC players on the ball.
I think the AFC is going to win that.
Well, they are going to review it in the booth. So we'll step aside with 1 minute to go in the 2017 Pro Bowl from Orlando. 1 minute to go in the 2017 Pro Bowl presented by Aquafina. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. It's up to the booth. They are replaying it. AFC leading 20-13. They think they've won the game. They think they recovered that fumble at the end of the play. Jason Garrett doesn't think so. He thinks Dez Bryant had it. Here comes Jerome Boger.
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field stands as called. Fumble recovered by the AFC. 1st and goal.
Come on now.
That should do it.
It should. Now the NFC thinks they have the ball again. Here's Lisa Salters.
Thanks, Sean. Kirk, I know you're disappointed about the pick, but the effort to get down there to strip that ball, what were you thinking as you were hauling it down the field?
Well, Aqib wasn't really securing the ball, so I thought maybe I had a chance, and you never know. Just thought I'd try to strip him and do my best Don Beebe impersonation.
Well, heck of an effort. Thanks, Kirk. Sean.
Phillip Rivers taking a knee. Doesn't look like Jason Garrett's going to use that 1 timeout. And the AFC will win the Pro Bowl. Much more scoring than in recent years. The average since 2000 has been 71 combined points. Just 33 tonight. And the AFC will win 20-13. Walk off at $61,000 apiece to $30,000 for the members of the NFC. Sports Center is coming up next. First, we'll be right back with more from Orlando right after this.